Hello and welcome to Cross Comics Comic Review. This time it is Cyclopian. Technically, I think the book is called The Great Cyclopian, but I didn't. I had captured just Cyclopian before. So, yeah, Chris did this. Chris T did this as a crowdfunding over on Kickstarter. He's done a couple books before. One I think was crowdfunded, and that was Cluster Fudge. That was over on Indiegogo. He's gotten the digital out in a very timely manner. As soon as the campaign was over, within I think a couple days of it being over, he got out the thing. The digital to people, and he's sending things. I believe he's getting the stuff right now, and will be sending off in the next couple days the physical top copies to all the physical backers. Unfortunately, I was not one at this point, and I will be doing a thing on Cluster Fudge. I was recently able to acquire it as well, so expect this comic review for it. Anyways, so I guess on to the thing. We of course have the title here, The Great Cyclopian by Chris Tachamuta. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that. The only thing I would say for the cover here is with his name, not that it's the most important, but it is a little hard to read with it going into the weights there. So it might have been better down in the bottom corner to know that stuff. So that's the only real complaint I would have about the cover. But on with, I guess, the rest of it. As you can see, it's very well drawn. Pretty good background. Maybe a little bit of the perspective is off. I look at this glass building here. I'm not sure whether you can see my thing. This bluish one versus New York. It doesn't look like it's quite right. But, you know, everything else looks really good there. And that's only like minor. Of course, the woman in the red dress, she looks good, well drawn. And I guess that's what is going to be mattering, is how well everything else is drawn. You know, a little background thing not being quite right is probably all right. I'm going through this slow. It was a great story. In about 40 pages, actually just under 40 pages of story. I think like 38 pages, because there's a page where you have Cyclopian's power set and all that. And then there's an ad page right at the end, I think it is. Here, let me go all the way down to the end. Yeah, there's that, but that says 41, but this says page 40, so it would be an ad page. So probably 38 pages of reading, which is good price, especially digitally for, you know, like $5. And, you know, but it's just, well, these are just proposed covers that there could have been. So yeah, there's the main story of him. Then there's one with him as a kid and some of his friends that he had made as a kid, which both of those were really good. Here's the one about his powers, his origin. But you get told all this in the book itself. I like the way that it was written in, put in together. Um, and then you have him basically. It ends with him starting his superhero career, and you get a nice bit of a cliffhanger with this villain or hero, or what is he? Well, no. I don't want to give too much away. You get introduced to the supporting cast, I believe, of it, and you get a sense of his abilities and the person who he is in the comic. You even see a sense that his powers can grow. I know Chris sort of talked about this one incident where he's racing this guy who's supposed to be the fastest guy on the planet, or the fastest man alive, and that he's supposed to say about, he wouldn't have been able to beat me in a longer run. But he also seems to have some self-bias. He might be a little biased in saying that. So I think Cyclopian could even begin to actually outrace him on a regular basis. That's just my opinion. Obviously, Chris will not let us know right away whether he'll become faster than their fastest man alive. You have all sorts of people. He's introduced you to some people who could be possible other heroes, like the guy that he was racing, who runs pretty fast. I'm not sure what else to say, but it was a good comic. Even if I was able to afford the money, it would have been well worth the purchase, even with the money, the shipping. So this is a book I would recommend. It's good for all ages. Anybody who's getting this book, I do not think they will be disappointed. So that is my first review. Well, I've reviewed a couple comics before, but not quite in the same manner, same professionalism, or whatever you want. Same. I have a nice little setup here for it, and I'm gonna try and do this in the future. Either whether it's for a physical one that I have or digital. So hopefully expect a couple more of these in the near future. We do have a chicken buck to do, Red Rooster. We do have Timothy Olsen's Melvin to do like this, and of course we do have Cluster Fudge. So we have 3 that we could easily do in the near future. Maybe we'll make it so we can set it up where one of these comes out once a week. So at least that'll be another 3 weeks worth of this. So thank you again for tuning in to Cross Comics comic review of Cyclopian. We'll catch you all later. So bye for now. God bless. Have a great and wonderful day.